watching a video on Carfection, so I don't think it's making a huge leap of imagination to assume that you are a car person. And as such, you will have run the dream car scenario through your head a million times, dreaming up what your ideal garage one day might be. The reality is that a brand new supercar might be out of reach for, well, virtually all of us. But if you scraped all your money together, maybe one day you could buy a used supercar with huge mileage and a questionable history. You could take the plunge and be killed slowly by the depreciation and be killed quickly by the running costs. Or you could take that same amount of money and buy something new. Maybe not something supercar, but maybe something super nice. Like this, the new Audi S3. It would of course be a sad day when you finally gave up on the idea of owning a knackered old exotic, but if you did make the more sensible choice and took the plunge on something like this, what would you be getting? This is the new facelifted S3 Saloon. It has a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine kicking out 306 brake horsepower and just shy of 300 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 is a respectable 4.6 seconds, and it'll hit that famous German top speed of 155 miles an hour. If you let it, the S3 can feel quite exciting to drive, betraying its Q-car-esque exterior and delivering a pretty sporty ride. Now, you could never call buying a brand new Audi settling for something. These are amazing cars. But could buying something like this actually be as good, not just for your wallet, but for your soul, as buying a used supercar? Let's break it down. On the looks front, there's nothing new here that we haven't already seen in the Audi lineup, which isn't to say the car isn't without its charm. The big Audi grille always gives their cars an impressive stance in anyone's rearview mirror, and the sharp creased lines of the body look great now and will probably remain modern looking for some time to come. Interiors are actually an area where supercars have lagged behind for a very long time. And it's actually in this luxury level of the industry where much more is getting done. And the interiors of Audis look fantastic. The touchable surfaces feel brilliant. The detail, the stitching, the technology that's laid out is actually ahead of what you get in a lot of supercars. The experience of being inside the cabin is how we experience cars. This is where you spend your time. You can see the car when it's sat out on the drive, and you can enjoy other people driving by in nice cars. But while you're driving, the experience is behind the wheel. It's what you can see and it's what you can touch. The S3 is right up there with some of the best cars in the world. The attention to detail in here is brilliant. I love these little red lipstick lines around the air vents and the red stitching around the wheel. The infotainment system has been updated and it's now the same as the higher end cars in the Audi range, and it looks really great, and it has absolutely everything you'd ever want. If you're buying a car that's 10 years old, you're not going to have anywhere near the connectivity that this car has. Add to that all the driver aid systems making driving this car easier on the long commutes where we usually use our cars. You actually end up with something fabulously advanced. Even at the top of the market, nothing could touch what today's cars can do now. Performance-wise, the stats on this thing are pretty nice, and obviously they're not as high as they could be on a supercar even from 10 years ago. But here's the kicker. If you were to buy one of those, would you drive it fast? Would you push it to its limits? As the depreciation is killing you mile by mile, would you even really want to drive it much at all? Whereas this, you can actually take out on the road, push it to its limits, drive it at 10/10 if you want, have fun with it. All that performance is there and you feel confident to use it. You've got brand new German engineering at your fingertips. It's safe and it will keep you and itself ticking for miles and miles to come. You can actually go out and have the fun that this car can give you, whereas the alternative, well, might just have to look pretty on your drive. Engine sound. Well, that is somewhere where the Audi S3 is going to have to concede a point. As nice as this turbocharged 4-pot sounds, and it has quite a nice burble to it, there is no match for a V8 or, heaven forbid, a V12. Even just pootering around town, that can sound absolutely amazing, and just the initial startup, that is lacking in this car, but still not the worst sound in the world either. As a package, the S3 is a pretty complete car that delivers as much driving excitement as you're probably going to need on a daily basis, with all the comfort and interior luxury to make all the miles in the world still seem manageable. Is it going to make your inner child as happy as a clam? No. Will it make adult you smile every time you drive it? Yes. So would I forgo the frankly unwise and life-destroying investment of an old supercar in favor of a modern luxury car like the Audi S3 and probably make my life last longer, my marriage last longer, and my money go further? No, and neither would you, because you're a car person. Still a great car though.